guys? Boy Joey 672 coming to you guys with video. So second day of minicamp has come, and a lot of good things happened today. The defense kind of rose up. Offense did pretty good, but defense made some plays today. So I want to go over some very important things that happened today at minicamp. Day 2. So let's go to the news. Carson Wentz had the all-time high highlight of the day. That is unloading a 60-yard pass to Deshaun Jackson right over Russell Douglas, burning him, which is awesome. The Wentz, Deshaun Jackson chemistry is just getting better. Even seeing video of it for the first time is pretty damn amazing. Those deep balls look on point right in Deshaun Jackson's chest. Easy passes. Russell Douglas got burnt on that play, but these two, there's more to come here, but these two have been absolutely electrifying. The chemistry has been so good. You can already tell they've been practicing together a lot, so it's great, really good to see that. Carson Wentz threw a red zone. I think it was like a 35-yard touchdown to Wendell Smallwood, actually in the back of the end zone. Did a little bit of a wheel route, went out for a pass, and got Wendell Smallwood in the end zone, at corner of the end zone. I'm very glad. I've always been a Wendell Smallwood fan. A lot of people aren't. I don't know why. From his first year now to his almost fourth year, he really has become an all-around pretty good running back. He's not the fastest guy, but man, when he runs, he shows toughness. You see him run last year. He ran with fire in hhis eyes, and he didn't give a crap who he ran into. Just scoring as many touchdowns, he's just so tough. I have to give him so much credit, and I know he's going to be the fourth running back at this in this rotation. So I'm very happy to see that they're putting Wendell Smallwood in the passing game as well. Carson Wentz made another tight window pass to Zach Ertz in the back of the end zone. It just seems like the red zone is where we're so. We have so many pieces that so many guys could do so many different things, and if Doug is creative with this offense in the red zone, we will not be kicking field goals. We'll be scoring touchdowns easily. We have all the guys to do it, and you know that Zach Ertz is Wentz's target. He was last year and the year before, but unfortunately right now we have so many other guys that are going to get the ball, so Zach Ertz could be that guy, but between the running backs, between the rest of the receivers, and all the size over small cornerback defenses is going to make a huge difference. You could have a defense with small corners, and you could take advantage of that, and we have the size and speed with this offense in the red zone, so very happy to see that as well. Carson Wentz made a real deep ball to wide receiver Marcus Michelle, very deep pass. Avonte Maddox cuts right into the front of him, gets the interception, runs over to Carson Wentz, and he says, "Hey, Carson, thanks for the gift, bro." Says that right to his face. A little bit of competition going on. Avonte Maddox shined today at the second day of minicamp. First day of minicamp. He has shined. Absolutely did so well. He shined today in this camp. He shined today in minicamp in the second day. He really did a good job. He's had a very good offseason. You got to think of it like this way, guys. You got to think of it like this. When Corey Clement got hurt in 2017, and when Darren Sproles got hurt in 2017, Corey Clement came in, and we got to see what Corey Clement can do. Darren Sproles' injury was like a blessing in disguise for a lot of other reasons. And then, if Jalen Mills is not playing because he's hurt right now, and, a whole lot of other things are going on with Ronald Darby. Other guys are getting chances. Avonte Maddox gets thrown into the fire last year at safety, gets to outside corner, and lights it up and does a really good job. And look what he's doing in camp. Look what he's doing right now to get a roster spot. I absolutely feel that Avonte Maddox will be the starting outside corner for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2019. I promise you that. Carson Wentz throws another pass to Anderson Dejo, the safety, getting an interception back, and Anderson Dejo actually having a pretty good day of himself. He actually had he had a deflection plus the interception on Carson Wentz today. So Carson Wentz had 2 picks today, hasn't really thrown that many interceptions. I think these are his first 2 interceptions so far. So I'm glad the defense is rising up. I'm glad Anderson Dejo is coming in and making plays at camp, and he's a savvy vet, knows what he's doing, and can't wait to see more from this whole defense. But Anderson Dejo was a very good pickup in free agency, and was very excited for him to be here. So I can't wait to see more. Deshaun Jackson actually dropped a wide open deep pass, and he dropped it. He totally dropped it. And what he did was he went right to the sideline, and then he did push-ups. He literally did push-ups for screwing up. which he's kind of punishing himself for dropping a pass like that. And that's what he was pretty much doing. So, I'm glad that, Deshaun Jackson takes all this very seriously. When he drops a deep ball, it's a big thing. It's a huge thing. If we ever see Deshaun Jackson drop a deep ball, it's very, very rare. So glad to see that he's pushing himself to be better, and that's all that matters, and it's going to make a huge difference when the season is here. Avonte Maddox, like I said, very big day. Apparently, the rumor is he's ahead of Sidney Jones on the depth chart because of what they did today at practice. They pretty much, when they bring a multiple safety front, they take Sidney Jones out. They put Rasul and Avonte Maddox as the outside corner. Sidney Jones is kind of behind. So, so far, that's what kind of happened today, starting-wise on, the cornerback position. So, Rasul Douglas, Avonte Maddox, only in a, they add an extra safety. Sidney Jones comes right out. So, it has been Avonte Maddox and Rasul Douglas at the corner position. Since OTAs, it's been like that. So I know Jim Schwartz is going to be flopping some people around, but this is where it's been. But I don't think Rasul Douglas is going to start on the other outside. I think Ronald Darby will be back by the first week. But I think Avonte Maddox, like I said before earlier, he will have that roster spot on the outside, and Jalen Mills will not start at all. Saw some video of Jordan Howard today doing a little bit of a wheel route, going at least 20, 25 yards, and receiving a pass right in the end zone. Jordan Howard talked about the Bears not really using him the way he wanted to be used, and the Bears thought that Jordan Howard was one-dimensional. He was just a run-up-the-middle type guy, bruiser, and can get the extra yards. But the Eagles see a lot more in him. Jordan Howard is happy that they see a lot more in him, and he's going out for passes now, which is absolutely amazing. So can't wait to see. Very excited about Jordan Howard, and so many running backs. The more running backs we have that can catch out of the backfield or can go upfield like wide receivers, defenses are going to have a big problem on their hands. So Nelson Aguilar is working. He has a little bit of a lower body injury, so nothing crazy, nothing serious. He was fine. He was walking around. He was fine today. He just had the jersey on. He's not doing any individual stuff right now, so I wouldn't make it a huge deal. Doug Pearson already said that it wasn't serious. Just a little bit of a lower body injury, so I'm not worried about Nelly whatsoever. So Derek Barnett is still coming off of the torn ACL injury, and Doug Pearson pretty much said today that Derek Barnett he's very optimistic that he will be good by training camp. So right now for minicamp, there's one more day of minicamp left tomorrow. So he's not going to be practicing, not going to be doing any individual drills or anything like that. So Derek Barnett will be ready to go by training camp. So that's really good news for the Philadelphia Eagles and for the fans. So the rumor is that Boston Scott today is going to be the punt returner for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know we talked about Deshaun Jackson returning punts, but that's going to be for like very important games. If the score is close, if we're behind, if it's a one possession game, and we only have 10 seconds left, and the other team is punting the ball to us, Deshaun Jackson will be used for situational punt returns. Boston Scott is going to be that main punt returner. I still have a feeling that he will be that main guy back there, so don't really have to worry about that. But a lot of beat reporters were watching Boston Scott, and I even watched videos of Boston Scott taking handoffs and passes out of the backfield. And Boston Scott got a little bit of he's got a lot of Darren Sproles in him. He's got quick legs. He's short, which he makes quick moves. Looks very, very quick. I think I put a post on YouTube like a few weeks ago during OTAs about it, and just watching, I was like, damn, this guy is really fast. So very, very, Boston Scott, if somebody gets hurt in the running back rotation, you can always put Boston Scott in to be in that lineup, and I'm not really worried about it too much, so very happy with that. Zach Ertz had his press conference after practice today, and pretty much said that this roster is the most talented roster that he's ever been on. He even said it was better than 2017. I said it was better than 2017. I think this roster is clearly 20 million times better than 2017. Okay, Doug Pearson let Zach Ertz, didn't sit in the classroom after practice today. Pretty much he let him go back home to watch his wife in the World Cup. That's what he wanted him to do today, so that was nice of him to do that. Other than that, guys, that's really it. So We see more of the connection between Carson Wentz, Deshaun Jackson, Boston Scott, Avonte Maddox being the hero today, and has a little bit of swagger and doing some good things out in the field. I'm very excited to see this corner position this year. That's one of the top 5 things I'm excited for this year. And where these guys are going to end up is Jalen Mills going to get a starting spot. Is Avonte Maddox going to beat Jalen Mills? Is Ronald Darby going to be ready by week 1, which I think so. Rasul Douglas is clearly a backup. He's clearly a backup corner. I don't think he'll ever be a starting cornerback. I know some people, I think he would be good in another position like safety, but Eagles don't want to do that. They said it last year, and they haven't done it this year. And Jim Schwartz is moving everybody around. So very happy to see what's going on. And you know what? Zach Ertz was talking about, statistically, nobody cares about their stats on this team. It's all about just getting that W at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. Nobody cares if someone's not getting enough catches, enough touches with the ball in the backfield. It doesn't matter. All it matters is that they get the W. They win. They want to win championships. They want to go out there and do their thing. So I'm very excited to see how this team's chemistry, and I already can see it right now, that they're gelling together so well right now, ahead of schedule. You have other teams that got so many new pieces now. You're trying to figure out, teams are trying to figure out how much they're going to gel together during the season. Once adversity hits during a game, something bad happens. Somebody misses a block. Something happens like that. What is your team going to do? What is your team going to do to, get over the hump in a game? So, like I said, the resiliency of this team is never gone, and it will always be here, and it is going to translate with a better roster in 2019. So, very happy with the second day of minicamp. I'll be doing a video tomorrow on it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not. I'm going to cover all of training camp every day, every damn thing, so you won't miss a thing. You don't have to look at the sites or do this or do that. I will be on top of this constantly. So that's about it, guys. I will see you guys later. Don't forget, Shakes what up, fly was fly.